Nanai might be a person who was born with both male and female reproductive organs. In fact, his child is a healthy girl, and he is already 16 weeks pregnant. Nanai stares
Bro, I'll be like, Doc, good one. Nah, but be honest though, cause I'm really about to spaz in this house. So what's going on? He cheated every girl in school until he meets the girl who takes revenge for all of them. Yeah, we have a more different video today.
When Nano encounters a boy who likes to fool around with different girls, she decides to teach him a lesson he will never forget. At Nano's new school, a pregnant girl named Petch walks by, watched by her classmate.
Her name is Pet. Oh, let me not do that. Let me not do that. Let me not do that. That's not my culture. Let me not do that.
Then the man who got her pregnant.
These shorts. Sorry, the story. My fault.
Nanai walks past her as if she's a stranger. However, when it's Nano who walks past Nanai and his best friend Jang, he turns his head to look, seeing another girl he could take advantage of.
Oh, man.
In the classroom, Nano introduces herself, while Nanai and Jang stare at her. When the teacher tries to find a seat for Nano, Nanai jokingly nudges his deskmate Jang.
Now I would get up and probably beat the brakes off of this nigga, cause you holding me in front of for these women, nigga. You supposed to be my dog.
Make room for the girl. Although the teacher disregards Nanai's suggestion, he still sees this as a victory because he makes Nano laugh, which is more important. There's a girl named Look Me next to Nano. She notices Nanai staring at Nano and warns the newcomer not to fall for him because he's already gotten many girls pregnant in the school. The school turns a blind.
Damn. This nigga, what? He's already got plenty girls pregnant at school?
Eye to this because of Nanai's popularity and the fact that most girls choose to terminate their pregnancies. Nano finds this amusing and jokingly says it's fine as long as she doesn't get pregnant. But Look Me just looks worried. At lunch, Look Me complains to a girl named
This nigga's aura. I know. Damn, it's already. We only a minute in. I done paused the video 4 times. But this nigga's aura is on a different level, bro. She just got to the school. She talking about it's cool as long as I don't get pregnant. What happened to like? Nah, I ain't messing with that nigga. He be tripping. He got too many hoes and all that. Not here.
Pin that even though she invited Nano to eat, Nano wants to eat with Nanai. Jane comes to the table, but Nanai signals him to leave, so he's forced to eat with Look Me and Pin. But for Pin, Nanai is so charming that if he fed her with a spoon like he does with Nano, she wouldn't eat with Look Me either. However, Look Me knows that Nanai will ditch Nano as soon as he gets into her pants. Hearing this, Jeng decides to make a bet, asking the girls how many days they think it will take for this to happen, which annoys Look Me. But when Pin joins the bet, as Nano and Nanai walk by being overly sweet,
that was fast.
She changes her mind, thinking that the two won't last long. Then Pin and Jeng laugh. In class, all the students are watching Nano and Nanai. When they leave, Jeng comes up, enticing everyone to join the bet. And so the betting begins. On the first day in judo class, Nanai beats Jeng to the cheer of the ladies. However,
Gang's a black belt too? This nigga just him.
When Nanai walks past them, moves over to Nano, and takes a sip from her water bottle, their enthusiasm fades. On the second day, when Nanai is taking photos of trophies.
Is there no PDA at this school? My school week, bro, we couldn't even motherfucking hold hands with a bit. We couldn't even hug a girl front to front. We had to hug girls from the side and shit. Damn.
For the school magazine. Nano interrupts him, kissing his cheek, annoying the photographer. On the third day, when Nano and Nanai are immersed in their own world during lunch, Jeng is collecting the students' bets around the tables. But when he sees Petch eating alone, he skips her.
He must be trustworthy.
After vomiting in the women's restroom, Petch finds Nano. She carefully approaches Nano, trying to strike up a conversation, telling her everyone is betting on how long it will take for Nanai to get into her pants. However, Nano instead asks Petch how long it took for Nanai to get into her pants, causing her to apologize for her prying. In her defense, Petch doesn't want Nano to end up like her. As she prepares to leave, Nano retorts that self-pity does her no good. Not knowing what to say, Petch just smiles and quietly leaves.
Dang.
Afterward, Nano and Nanai are getting intimate in the changing room. Then, Nano asks Nanai to recall the exact number of days they've known each other, which is just over 3 days. Nano tells him that they still don't know each other well enough. To change Nano's mind, Nanai sweet talks her, saying love has nothing to do with time. After all, he knew he liked her from the
he's in his bag. He did the love that has nothing to do with time method. Nah, he really cooking right now.
First day. He also says he can do anything for her. To tease Nanai, Nano thinks it's still too early and asks him to wait another minute. As the minute is about to end, Nano starts counting down from 10. Nanai then completes the countdown for Nano, and they kiss passionately. Nano takes control, pushing Nanai against the locker, eventually kneeling down, and unbuckles the guy's belt. Later, Nanai proudly shows the hickey he got from this encounter to Jeng as a badge. The two friends laugh, saying that
Yeah.
Nanai has set a new record for getting into a girl's pants. 3 days, 3 hours, 33 minutes.
That was so quick, it wasn't none, nigga. And I probably got her pregnant too, nigga.
Now that the two have completed the deed, Jang unloads the pile of money in front of everyone to see who won the bet. Look Me has Jang continue announcing the winner, so he begins reading the unrealistic guesses. But suddenly, Nano arrives, asking what's happening. When Look Me stands up, stuttering an apology for joining the bet, everyone falls silent. Then, Nano asks Jang about his bet, claiming there's nothing to be ashamed of. As everyone unconsciously shuffles, Nano decides to join in announcing the victor. She reads Look Me's guess, saying she's wrong but close. Afterwards, Jang reads the next one with hesitation, and gets the exact time. Impressively, Nano asks who placed the bet, and to everyone's surprise, it's Nano.
Oh, she done ran. Nah, that's illegal, bro. Nah, she put a parlay on herself. That's illegal. You can't do that. Nah, ain't no way we wouldn't have gave that money up.
As Nano collects the money, Nanai enters the room. Nano warns her classmates that she's a player just like Nanai.
Whoa.
Ignoring everyone's murmurs, she walks straight to Nanai, money in hand, telling him
I
he's
just
been
ran
played.
it up on your stupid
Nanai
ass
is
bitch.
humiliated, looking at her angrily. Later, in the judo class, Nanai's mind is elsewhere, letting Jang win easily each round.
Damn, got his ass
Jang
kicked.
teases him for being out of touch after being with Nano, and asks inappropriate questions about the girl. Nano walks away in a huff, but suddenly feels a bit of pain.
Oh no,
Despite
she
Jang's
burnt him. She burnt him. She burnt him. She gave him syphilis.
To call it a day, Nanai insists on another round. Later, in the restroom, Nanai regains his composure by the sink when Nano comes in, and he asks her if he's mad
Get
at
off
her.
of me.
Frustrated, Nanai grabs her and starts kissing her.
What the
But
hell?
Nano seems nonchalant. He takes off their underwear, preparing to take Nano from behind. But Nano only mocks him because he can't get himself in the mood. After another failed attempt, Nano mocks Nanai, saying they can go straight to it next time. Embarrassed, Nanai puts his underwear and pants back on and leaves Nano behind angrily.
This nigga's life is being ruined. See, that's why you don't just every girl, y'all. You get around, you fuck around, get played, you know what I'm saying? Get money ran up on you, and you get syphilis.
Outside, their classmates are eavesdropping. Suddenly, Nano comes out of the restroom, blocking Nanai's path, acting like a desperate girl.
Oh,
Nanai says he wants to break
damn.
up, causing whispers among everyone. Although Nano pleads that she can change, Nanai simply despises her because he doesn't like the way she looks at him. Nano still doesn't understand Nanai, so he explains that she treats him as an object. Then, Nanai reminds her that they're just having fun. As Nanai turns to leave, Nano bursts into hysterical laughter, revealing she was just messing around, making him feel like a man. At the same time, Nano points out that he also treats her as an object. However, she doesn't feel anything, but says that maybe after that day, Nanai will start feeling something inside him. At lunch,
man.
Petch sits next to Nano, who's eating
You should have known this girl she was willing to hold your ass. Look at this cut. This is the ultimate evil female anime cut.
alone. She thinks Nano is strange because she's not like other girls. Petch
all.
tells her that she realized too late that Nanai isn't willing to take responsibility. When Nano asks her how she feels about keeping the child, Petch admits she is happy. Nano asks Petch if she wants Nanai to take responsibility, but she only denies this. At this moment, Nano smirks devilishly. Later, while bathing, Nanai notices some
man.
changes in his body. Afterward, he decides to
It's
get
the
intimate with Look Me
syphilis.
in the locker room.
Damn,
But as he
these hoes love this nigga. Damn, look me. You was just talking about Shorty.
unbuttons his uniform, the girl looks down and suddenly screams.
Ew.
With Look Me's departure,
Micro.
Nanai also
Oh.
looks down and discovers his stomach
getting
has grown,
pregnant?
which surprises him too. Back home, Nanai wears a jacket, has dinner with his parents while sporting a large belly. When his father asks him why he's wearing a jacket,
Hey man, why the fuck you got that jacket on, man? You in the house, take that bullshit off.
he
bruh.
says he's just a bit cold and
That's what he
assures his
said.
parents he's fine. Then he starts to eat, but he spits the food onto the table, finding his favorite food disgusting. He blames his mother's cooking for making him feel uncomfortable.
Oh, we would have whooped his ass. But who the fuck you talking to it? Talk about your mama food like that, nigga.
And before long, he gets up to vomit.
Go get the
next
bell.
morning, Look Me shares her incident with Nanai with her classmates,
He
including
was
Jane.
pregnant, girl.
However, when Nanai arrives early, they all fall silent, his bag covering his stomach. Jang sits next to Nanai, asks if he will practice later, but he just shakes his head. Just as Jang finishes eating, Nanai rushes to the window and starts
I'd have been like, hell no, that nigga pregnant. Everybody look, he pregnant.
vomiting. Shocked, Jang asks what's wrong with Nanai, but when Jang comments that Nanai's stomach has grown, Nanai is furious, demands to leave alone, and then storms out. In front of the mirror, Nanai stares at his growing belly. This makes him feel uncomfortable, which
Yo,
shows
that
when he
would
takes
fuck
photos with
my
the school
head up.
photographer. Due to the photographer's flirting after the shoot, they fool around in the darkroom. However, the photographer
Oh
acts
my gosh. Oh my gosh. Gang. Can you calm down? Nigga, you just found out you was pregnant, you vomiting and shit, and you still trying to fuck something? Goodness.
Accidentally leans on the light switch, turning on the light, revealing Nanai's big belly. She is also frightened and leaves him despondently. Under the control of self-awareness, Nanai goes to see a doctor. Because of the ultrasound examination, the doctor asks Nanai if he has ever had surgery, as he seems to be pregnant. This possibility shocks Nanai, and he reminds the doctor that he is a man. But to the doctor, Nanai might be a person who was born with both male and female reproductive organs. In fact, his child is a healthy girl, and he is already 16 weeks pregnant. Nanai stares
Bro, I'll be like, Doc, good one. Nah, but be honest though, cause I'm really about to spaz in this house. So what's going on?
Believingly at the doctor and the monitor, suddenly feeling his child kick inside, which startles him. Over time, Nanai finds himself more and more ostracized. He hears the photographer talk about this.
Look at how he looking. This is the only appropriate reaction to finding out you're pregnant as a straight man, as a male. This is as a male in general. This is the only approach. Sitting there, nothing else matters. Niggas could be huddled up talking about whatever the fuck. This is the only way you could possibly be looking and living your life.
This in the darkroom, gets very angry, throws his bag on the table, and leaves. Jen chases after him, defending his presence in the gossip group, because he just wants to know what's going on in Nanai's life.
Bro, tell me
he asks Nanai to directly tell him what's happening, so he doesn't have to hear it from others. When Jane suggests going to a health clinic, Nanai suddenly reacts and says he's pregnant. But just at this moment, Nano stops.
Damn, this hoe evil as fuck. I would have went to her and been like, listen, close the door, been like, listen in private. Listen. I am so sorry. What spell did you cast upon me? What can I do to make it work? Like, what can I do? Please, I'll do anything. Take this baby away from me. Delete these videos. Erase everybody's memory, because I know this is all you. Can you please help me?
Nanai, asking him to smile for the camera. Realizing what Nano is doing, Nanai hurriedly leaves. Unfortunately, it's already too late. At school, the video Nano recorded is spreading like wildfire. Students all tease Nanai. Some think it's his own fault. Around him, Nanai's life is falling apart. He's even prohibited from running for student council president. When he vomits in public, students are also repelled. Later, Nanai stares at his big belly in front of the mirror. Then, he is plagued by illusions of the girls he's associated with. One says he might just be sick. Another tells him to take some medicine, just like he told her. Another girl proposes to take him to a place where pregnancy can be terminated, which is where he had taken her before. In the end, Nano comes, mockingly congratulates him on having a daughter, and then leaves him alone in the darkness. These illusions leave Nanai at a loss, to the extent that he throws away his laptop. When he returns to school the next day, Nanai puts on—
fuck going to school, bro. Alright, bro. You literally are look how you're walking, gang. Fuck the school shit, gang. Alright? I promise you I wouldn't show my face in that hole again.
A thick jacket to cover his stomach. But when he picks up some things from the desk, the students watch him struggle. Nanai then leaves, with Jen calling after him. However, it's only Nano's call that catches his attention. She mocks him, and jokingly promises that she won't give up on him just because he's pregnant. Nanai can't handle this negative attention and leaves.
I probably would have started choking her.
Nanai stares at himself on the cover of a magazine, reads those pages describing him as an exemplary student, and starts to cry. Then, his father knocks on the door, asking him if he's really pregnant. He also says he can't believe Nanai has gotten himself into this situation. An angered Nanai opens the door, tells his father that if he isn't planning to help him, then he should not say anything.
Get the fuck out of my house, nigga. This nigga disrespectful, bro. He disrespectful.
Sadly, his father replies that he's only a burden. Before leaving, his father tells him never to return home if he doesn't terminate the pregnancy, intensifying Nanai's emotions. Nanai retorts that when his father got his secretary pregnant and had her terminate the pregnancy, he said nothing. When everything is over, Nanai cries alone in his room. He decides to move out and rents a room somewhere. In the dark, he eats his food but vomits it out. In despair, he hits his own stomach, regrets due to the pain, causing him to moan on the bed. In front of a mirror, he despises his own shadow. Then he decides to take a pill, but he only vomits it out.
Damn, this nigga's cursed, bro.
Another attempt, he takes more pills, but he vomits blood later and loses ability due to extreme pain. The next day, when Nanai wakes up in the bathroom, desperation drives him to grab a knife. He places the knife on his stomach, preparing to stab himself, when a knock on the door interrupts him. Putting down the knife, he sees a figure outside the window. Nanai stands up, struggles to walk to the door, but he only sees a girl with a red ribbon tied at the door, who has already left. However, there is a car on the floor with 2 questions about his pregnancy. Looking at these two questions makes him wonder how he got pregnant, and he thinks of the last person he slept with, Nano. Then, Nanai disguises himself as a woman, waits for Nano outside the school.
Dang, good play.
He pulls her aside,
It's
demands
me.
to know what she did to him. But Nano only uses his words against him, saying they were just fooling around. Then, Nano leaves him behind. Later, Nanai
This nigga's lost.
follows Petch while still in disguise.
Petch.
He calls her, starts walking slowly, struggling and apologizing for everything he has done. Now he
Petch.
understands her feelings. He thoroughly regrets leaving her alone in that situation. But she just stands there, assures Minai that since it happened a long time ago, she's not mad at him anymore. Instead, she thinks they both should take responsibility for what happened then. But Nanai disagrees. Moreover, she is satisfied with her decision. She reaches out her hand to hold Nanai's hand, and Nanai hugs her. In the end, Petch congratulates him and leaves him with a smile.
Congratulates him.
After a while, Petch begins to give birth. Fortunately, after pain and struggle, she successfully delivers her baby. Meanwhile,
Congratulations,
Nanai
Petch.
also goes to the doctor, but he plans to terminate the pregnancy. After the doctor injects the anesthetic, Nanai suddenly sees Nano by his side, holding a scalpel.
Golly. What? I made a mistake. Bro, do you know how many people are players in this world and they gotta learn the hard way? But damn, I wouldn't wish this on nobody. He can't have sex ever again. I wouldn't fuck nothing. I'd be asexual.
Telling him that he will wake up soon. As Nano holds the knife against his neck, he struggles.
no.
But when everything fades to black, his resistance has just ended. However, when Nanai wakes up, the nightmare begins. The doctor hands his child to Nanai, which frightens him, saying he wants to get rid of this child. He also points out that he is only a few months pregnant, but the doctor says he is carrying a full-term child. When Nanai reiterates his desire to get rid of the child, the doctor replies that he can do it himself. So in his room, Nanai struggles with the crying baby.
Wow. Hey, bitch ass nigga, man, feed that baby, bro. Nigga, you had the baby. Now it's different. I was more so caring about like the pain of however he was gonna have to release this child. Now you got a baby, nigga. You better go get you some motherfucking some motherfucking formula.
Baby beside him. Frustrated, he decides to strangle his own daughter. But when his hand is only a few inches from the baby's neck, he hesitates, and when his daughter gurgles at him, he starts crying. Nanai can't bring himself to kill his child.
You can't,
Instead,
bro.
when he notices the wet spots on his clothes, he laughs, realizing he is lactating. So he picks up his daughter, feeds her, crying and apologizing. Just then, there's a knock on the door. Nanai, holding his child, opens the door, finding Nano outside. He thinks the daughter is adorable, so he kisses her. Nanai is glad to see her,
He kisses her.
apologizes for his behavior, and vows to become a better person. He hopes she will come back. But Nano just stares blankly, rejects Nanai, because she only wants to deliver baby supplies, and check if he's a good
That was nice of her.
parent. Seeing him stepping into the role, she feels relieved. Despite Nanai's request, Nano closes the door and leaves. Then she finds a picture of herself covered in scribbles. Realizing there are more similar pictures on the floor, she discards the picture and keeps walking. Nano sees some of her pictures even pasted on the wall. As she follows these pictures, she eventually reaches the rooftop. The last picture she sees is a photo of her and Nanai, just minutes ago, her face all scratched up. Then, a red ribbon flies to her shoes. On the wall in front of her, she finds a message drawn in red. It reads, "See you soon." If you enjoyed